So let's talk about the stimulus plan. Some pressure to try and get things done. There are a lot of Americans who are really suffering, and it feels like Congress has not done much of anything. I realize both sides have kind of dug in their heels and said, this is where we stand. What are the odds of us getting any sort of help to those people in the next month?
Well, I'd like to see it done specifically with paycheck protection, especially as we're seeing this increased number of cases and some businesses having to shut down as a result. The Republicans brought a targeted bill to do that to the floor of the Senate. 52 Republicans voted for it. Every Democrat voted no. It was $500 billion. It's a lot of money. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer still living there on Fantasy Island have their $3 trillion proposal. A lot of it doesn't have to do with coronavirus. I was actually optimistic when Joe Biden on Monday said maybe we could do something that's smaller, more targeted. But Pelosi and Schumer, they said nope, all or nothing, which I think is a terrible mistake because when you take a look at the $30,000 Dow right now, where we are with the economy, I think we still need targeted relief, but we can't go to a $3 trillion add to the debt, not at this point.
Yeah, Senator, I'd agree with you that any side that says it's my way or the highway is in the wrong. I don't think that it's going to be a $3 trillion bill, but I also think when President-elect Biden says he thinks it should be a smaller, more targeted bill, I don't think he's talking about the $500 billion bill that the Senate voted on down party lines. Where do you think there's a healthy room for the middle? You mentioned PPP. A lot of people would like to help the businesses that are struggling. Probably an extension of unemployment benefits is in order. The schools need more money to make sure that they can either open or stay open. Where do you think there's more room for compromise?
Certainly with getting kids safely back to school so they don't fall further behind. More money for vaccine distribution. Look, we have a great story to tell this Thanksgiving of the vaccine that is going to get our economy back to work even sooner. I think we'd be doing even better if states weren't shutting down as some governors are doing right now. So there is area to work together. We need to fund the government. That's coming up. December 11th is the deadline for that. So there's a possibility as we do that funding that we combine it with some targeted relief, but specifically related to the disease, related to people back to work and kids safely back to school.
Are you in negotiations right now? You're one of the top leaders in the Senate. Are you in negotiations right now to try and tie some of the coronavirus relief to the extend the government bill? Because that would be a key. That's probably the only way anything gets passed before the inauguration in January.
Well, I think that's certainly part of the discussions that we're having. We were having them heading up to Thanksgiving. We're going to be back Monday continuing those. But over this week, discussions are continuing.
As a doctor, you mentioned that you think some of the states that are kind of putting additional restrictions on and shutting things down, you'd rather not see. And I do understand that it's a debate over the economic damage that gets done and the continuing spread of this virus. How should we be going about this? What do you think about Americans traveling over this holiday weekend?
Well, people know what to do to prevent the spread of the disease. We need to socially distance, wear a mask, and take the precautions that we know work. This is a time of we're so close with the vaccine. We're going to start being able to vaccinate 20 million people next month. But we're losing about 1,000 people a day on average. We lost 250,000 already. The vaccine, regrettably, has been politicized, and we can talk about that if you like. We have a great story to tell about the vaccine because, look, you've seen this, Becky. The numbers we hear, 95% effectiveness, it's better than that. For people that have been in these studies, tens of thousands of people, some have gotten mild cases of coronavirus, but nobody that's gotten the vaccine has gotten seriously sick or died from this. So it's 100% effective in terms of preventing death. We just need to get to the point where it's widely distributed, and that's going to happen at the end of next month, and then 25 million every month after that.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.